Today, let's talk about something fascinating: the odd behaviors that often show up in people with higher IQs. Whether you're a genius yourself or just curious, we've all heard the stereotype about smart people acting a little different. But are those stereotypes true? Let's break down some of the quirky, surprising, and sometimes bizarre things that people with high intelligence might do. Before we get started, let's clarify what we mean by higher IQ. IQ tests measure cognitive abilities like reasoning, problem-solving, and understanding complex concepts. While it's definitely not the sole indicator of intelligence, a higher score typically points to a quick and adaptable mind. But what happens when someone's brain works a little faster or differently? Let's take a look at some of the odd behaviors commonly found in those with higher IQs. 1. Constant curiosity and uncommon interests. People with high IQs tend to be deeply curious. They often want to know everything about everything, from obscure historical facts to how the brain works. This curiosity can lead them to pursue interests that may seem strange or niche to others. They might be into unusual hobbies like collecting rare books, studying ancient languages, or diving deep into quantum physics. Essentially, they're not afraid to get lost in a rabbit hole, especially if it challenges their thinking. But that's the beauty of it. They just can't resist learning more. Leonardo da Vinci is a prime example of someone with an exceptionally high IQ driven by curiosity. He wasn't just a painter, he was an inventor, scientist, anatomist, and engineer. His notebooks are filled with sketches and ideas ranging from human anatomy to the flight of birds, to mechanical devices and inventions. His relentless curiosity led him to explore a vast array of subjects, and he often asked questions that no one else had thought of at the time. His ability to connect ideas from different fields of study is a hallmark of a highly intelligent and curious mind. 2. Overthinking and perfectionism. Ever met someone who overanalyzes every little detail? That's something high IQ individuals often struggle with. The ability to see all sides of an issue, predict potential outcomes, and think several steps ahead is a gift. But it can also be a curse. People with high intelligence may get stuck in a cycle of overthinking, unable to make decisions because they've considered every possible angle. This can sometimes make them come off as indecisive, even though they're just trying to make the perfect choice. Winston Churchill, the British Prime Minister during World War II, was a brilliant strategist and orator, but his high intelligence often led him to overthink major decisions, especially during times of crisis. Known for his meticulous attention to detail, Churchill could spend an enormous amount of time contemplating every possible outcome of a decision. This overthinking sometimes created anxiety as he grappled with the monumental responsibility of leading his country through war. His extensive correspondence and personal diaries reveal how deeply he analyzed not only military strategies, but also the political ramifications of his choices, often to the point of self-doubt. 3. Social awkwardness or introversion. Now, don't get me wrong, this doesn't mean that all highly intelligent people are introverts. But there's something about a highly analytical mind that can make social situations a little awkward. High IQ individuals might struggle with small talk because they're more interested in discussing deep intellectual topics. Sometimes they may even find it hard to relate to people who don't share the same level of curiosity or understanding. This can lead to them feeling isolated or misunderstood. Albert Einstein, the physicist who revolutionized our understanding of the universe, was also known to experience social awkwardness. While he was famously known for his genius mind, Einstein was also a private, introverted person who struggled in social interactions. He was sometimes described as absent-minded and had difficulty connecting with others, even though he was often surrounded by admirers and colleagues. His difficulty with small talk and formal interactions made him seem distant or aloof. 4. Hypersensitivity to stimuli. People with high IQs are often hypersensitive to stimuli, whether that's noise, light, or even certain social situations. This heightened awareness can make them more sensitive to their environment and easily overwhelmed. For example, they might get frustrated in loud, chaotic places or feel emotionally drained after being around too many people. This sensitivity doesn't just apply to physical sensations either. It can extend to emotional stimuli, where they pick up on subtle social cues or underlying tensions in conversations. Nikola Tesla, the brilliant inventor and electrical engineer, is known not only for his groundbreaking work in electrical engineering, but also for his extreme sensitivity to stimuli. Tesla often described being hypersensitive to certain sounds and lights, which he found both overwhelming and distracting. He had a particular aversion to certain vibrations, noises, and even the color of lights, which could cause him to become disoriented or uncomfortable. Tesla's sensitivity to his environment played a role in his eccentric behavior and intense focus on his work. 5. Unconventional problem solving. Another odd behavior is the tendency for highly intelligent people to think differently. They don't just follow traditional methods or approaches to problem solving, they prefer to think outside the box. This unconventional approach often leads them to come up with creative, unique solutions that others might miss. While this can be a huge advantage, it can also seem a bit odd to those around them, especially when the solution is something no one else would have considered. Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple, was notorious for thinking outside the box when it came to product design and technology. Instead of simply improving existing products, he pushed for entirely new ways of thinking about technology. His insistence on combining design with functionality led to the creation of devices like the iPhone, which revolutionized the tech industry. Jobs didn't just follow trends, he created them by thinking about how users would interact with technology in a way that no one had done before. What do you think? Do you identify with any of these behaviors yourself? Or do you know someone who does? Drop a comment below and let me know. Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.